The book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 4. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah.
Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah. First chance to burn him, she'll throw him in the fire. Lords of the Philistines came up to her and said, "Fool Samson, what is his power so we can have his head? Find out his secret, and we shall give you each 1,100 silver pieces." The next hour, Delilah said, "Samson, what is your power? And with what can you be tied down to make you cower?" He put her to the test, then tie me down with 7 still moist sinews that haven't dried out yet. Then I'll become like an ordinary man. The Philistines brought her the rope, she tied him around his hands, set him up for ambush, she cried. Philistines arrived, Samson tore his hands free, ready to fight. Delilah said, "Speak to me in lies. Now tell me, do please, with what can you be tied?" Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end of the strongest man. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end of the strongest man. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end of the strongest man. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end. Delilah took new ropes, tied him. "Philistines are coming," she said. He tore him in two from his arms like a thread. He lied a third time. She kept pressuring him, impatient. He finally told her his heart's secret. "A razor has never come upon my head. I am a Nazarite, a guy from my mother's belly," he said. "If I did get shaved, my power will depart from me. Then I will grow weak and become like all other men." She immediately seeked the Philistines, proceeded to make Samson sleep upon her knees as he dreamed. She had the man shave off his head. "Philistines are upon you," he awoke and said, "I shall make myself free." Began to slay man, but he did not know Jehovah's energy departed from him. They grabbed him, bored his eyes out, kidnapped him, brought him to Gaza, bound him with 2 fetters of copper. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end of the strongest man. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end of the strongest man. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end of the strongest man. Samson and Delilah, beginning and the end. Samson's locked in the prison house. Meanwhile, the hair of his head started to grow out. Lords of the Philistines gathered to sacrifice to their God and rejoice from Samson being captured. They prayed to the God and said, "Our God has given us into our hand our enemy, the devastator of our land." Their hearts were merry, drunk off booze, man, so they called for Samson that he may offer up amusement. Took him out of prison into the banquet of men and women. All the lords were there, 3,000 looked and stared. Stood between 2 pillars, said to the boy holding his hand, "Permit me to feel the pillars by which I stand. Sovereign Lord Jehovah, remember me, strengthen me just this once. Let me avenge myself upon the Philistines." Braced himself on the pillar, right hand, left hand. The house fell upon the Philistines, put him to death, man.